Hello, everyone, and welcome to an extra special education webinar. I'm Julia at Booksy, and I am joined by some amazing educational guests, DeAndra Giselle and Paul Dobbert of Keratin Complex, for an extra special webinar, Master the Keratin Complex EBO System with Booksy. So, okay, you all know who I am. I am your host for today's webinar. I am going to moderate and make sure that all of your questions get to the right people. But let me turn it over to our educators extraordinaire so they can tell you who they are and why you should be so excited to be learning from them today. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I am Paul Dobbert, the Director of Education for Keratin Complex. We are excited to be able to share with you how you can build your business through just one treatment in the salon, which is our Express Blow Out. So we're excited to share all of this stuff with you. I'm excited to be able to introduce DeAndra, which is going to be our, she's going to be our hands-on girl today. You want to talk a little bit about yourself, DeAndra?
Yes, my name is DeAndra Giselle, and I am going to be showing you guys exactly how simple it is to incorporate EBO into your business because I do it regularly. So I'm going to show you some hands-on way to do this today. And as I said, I'm doing it in the salon every day. So I'm going to show you just how easy it is to add it to your service.
Which is great because we got both coasts. Right? DeAndra's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. Julia's right smack dab in the middle, central. Right? So we are taking over the nation here with Keratin Complex and Booksy. But going beyond that, we are really excited to be here. So we're excited to share everything that we've got going on. So
absolutely. And so just so everyone knows, for the context of today's webinar, we are obviously going to be talking about the EBO system, the Express Blow Out system with Keratin Complex, and how you can use that amazing system to make more money during the holiday system and beyond with Booksy. So you're going to be hearing a lot about our partnership. You're going to be hearing about the general offer that we have right now, and everyone who is in this webinar, as part and parcel of attending this webinar, stay tuned because as soon as the webinar is done, you will receive a special email with a special discount code for $30 off of the Keratin Complex EBO system through their partnership with us at Booksy. And you will receive that simply by virtue of attending this webinar. And then if you are not yet part of the Booksy community, that email will also tell you how you can join Booksy and save 50% on your first month with Booksy. And then the last thing I'm going to tell you about this event before I hand it over to Paul to tell you about the EBO system is that stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned and take those notes, whether it's pen and paper style, mentally, on your phone, what have you, because we are going to be having 3 very special giveaways live during this webinar. Each of us is going to be asking a question, and the first person who gets the question right in the comments will be our winner. And I'm going to put one caveat on that is that for these giveaways, we do ask you to be in the continental United States in order to be our winner, just due to shipping around hurricanes and things. So just to let you know, but stay tuned. There's going to be 3 awesome giveaways. Everyone who's here, you've already won because you're going to be getting that deal. And now, Paul, I'm going to hand it over to you. Tell us a little bit about why we should be so excited about this system.
Yeah, and we're talking about Express Blowout, which just think of the word express in your business. That's what our industry is really all about. Adding on that service that is super fast, super easy, and will make you lots of money by giving your client that beautiful hair every day. And in return, making money on a regular basis. Express Blowout is our Swiss Army knife of smooth. That's what I like to call it. It really gives you the opportunity to offer that stronger, healthier hair on every single head of hair that sits in your chair on a regular basis. It doesn't matter if you're in a huge salon, if you're in a suite somewhere, if you're, working in the back alley, or in your garage. We can give you everything to be able to boost your revenue today just by grabbing Express Blowout. And I know Julia was talking about the bundle and all this great stuff that you're going to be able to get your hands on by this partnership with Keratin Complex and Booksy. But I've got the bundle right behind me, which is exactly what I like to call smoothing business in a box. It's in a bundle, right? You get everything you need to do this treatment and be able to offer this treatment today to your clients. Now think about this, right? You're sitting, and in this industry, we know that, that the money to be made out there right now is all about that add-on service, right? That minute that you get somebody in your chair, right? You already have them, right? They're already there to do a service, but to be able to jump in and offer your clients a 1-hour standalone service or a 15-minute add-on service. So think about that. That client's that's sitting in your chair, they're there for a color, and all of a sudden you have the opportunity to offer them a add-on service that only takes 15 minutes on top of whatever service you're doing in the salon. And then on top of that, locking in the color that you just put on that client's head. So think about, today we're going to talk about Keratin Complex as more of kind of a brand that can actually expand what you're doing in your, behind the chair with your clients to be able to maximize what you can give your clients, and using the Express Blowout as a treatment to be able to lock in color, which we love. I mean, if any of our treatments, Express Blowout is the one to grab hold today and start making instant cash when you're adding this service into your already scheduled clients that are coming in. That's the great thing about Express Blowout, because it's super easy to do and super easy to talk about, because with Express Blowout, you're able to talk about color locking. You're able to talk about frizz-free finish. You're able to talk about bangs, which DeAndra has something to share with you a little later about bangs, problem areas, extensions, things like this that we do on a regular basis behind the chair. But now we have an added service that we can add on to every single one of those services we're already doing to be able to boost up every single ticket that comes into the salon or comes into the suite or comes into your chair. You're able to boost that money right off the bat and use Express Blowout to handle all of those different kind of aspects in your business. And so when you're thinking of Express Blowout, here at Keratin Complex, it's all about using our signature keratin to be able to make the hair stronger and healthier, and in return, giving you so many different results that you're able to get. Soft, silky, shiny, smooth, strong hair by adding in a smoothing treatment into the mix of what you guys are already doing, scheduling through Booksy or in your salon. And I love the idea of having Booksy to be able to go in and have Express Blowout right there to where your client can see it, straight off the bat and say, you know what? I'd like to add this to my service that I'm already coming into. And that's exactly what we think here at Keratin Complex. Express Blowout is a key, almost, we want it for every stylist so bad that it's almost a mandatory thing for each one of you to grab Express Blowout and offer every single client, because not only will it give that instant benefit to that hair that you're working on, especially in color locking, especially in just the style and the smoothness of the hair and the health and the strength of the hair, but getting that boost of revenue on every single ticket in our industry today is key. And when you can think about your clients that are sitting in your chair and automatically think of something that you can offer them, that one, they will automatically need in their hair because of that strengthening and that healthy effect that our smoothing treatments give to the hair through our signature keratin. But in return, making all the services you do a lot better, because think about when you do a color and you can color lock that color in with Express Blowout to give you longer lasting, more vivid, stronger color results. Think about how jazzed your client will be when they can walk out of the salon with that beautiful, the most beautiful blow dry they've ever had, but have that effect where they're locking in that color and giving that result up to 6 weeks. Now think about that. In our industry, 6 weeks is about the average time that we start seeing those clients come in that rotation. And if you're able to give every single client Express Blowout, think about that rotation of that client, every single service they do. And then on top of that, every client you do, think about the exponential growth that you will get even in 1 day, 3 days a week if you're in the salon, a month in the salon, or even the whole year. You're talking about just in this system alone, getting up to almost $600 worth of revenue as standalone treatments. But think about this. If you even charge $75 as an add-on service, this kit will make you, let's do the math, right? $300, right? But think, if you're doing that every single time a client comes in, you're making a lot more money because of the time that it takes. 1 hour standalone at $150 or 15 minutes at $75, right? Think about that. 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15 is 1 hour. If you're charging 75 each of those 15 minutes, you're making in an hour $300. Whereas a standalone, you can make 150. So think about the power of an add-on service and think about adding EBO today into what you're already doing. And so I am going to throw it over to DeAndra. But before I do that, I want to give something away. All right. I am excited. We have some giveaways. We're excited. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask a question. I just talked for a good maybe 8 minutes straight, full of passion. Bam, bam, bam. Quick, quick, quick. But I want the first person that can answer this question correctly will get one of our Hydra Dry blow dryers and a Booksy apron or cape. It's going to be a cape. We're doing a cape, a Booksy cape and a Hydra Dry blow dryer to start your business off right. And then buy this kit for only $139, right? $139. This is a kit that's worth $200, but then you're going to get a tool and you're going to get a cape to be a complete full service express blowout user today, right? So I'm going to ask a question. Let me think of the question. All right. I want to know which of us, DeAndra, Julia, or myself, which one of us lives on the West Coast? Oh, that's tricky because we started off with that. People are, okay. Christine Romero, you are the winner today. Woo! Yeah, DeAndra is from the West Coast. She is in California. I'm from the East Coast. Julia's from the Centrals. I know I said that real quick, but that's why you got to be on your toes around here. So awesome, Christine. Congratulations. But don't go anywhere, everybody. We got some more giveaways. So I'm going to pass it to DeAndra. She's going to show you how quick and easy you can use Express Blowout behind the chair and then give you some tips and tricks on how to build your business. So DeAndra, take it away.
Perfect. And just to let you know, Christine and all of our winners, you will receive an email from me, Julia Yob at Booksy. You'll get that email once the webinar is done. I'm not going to email you in the midst of this. So you won't, no notifications, but you'll get an email from me to get all of your contact information. So DeAndra, let's get to learning.
California love. All right. So you guys, I'm super excited. I was peeking in the chat a little bit to see what you guys were saying, what you were asking. As Paul was saying, this has so many benefits no matter what you specialize in. So what I also want to tell you guys is it doesn't matter what the texture of your client's hair is, what your specialty is. If your client has hair, they can use EBO. Okay. And that is Express Blowout. So first I'm going to talk about how you get this going in your salon. For the question about silk presses, yes, absolutely. I like to use this for my silk presses because what it does is it really gives that beautiful shine. I like to call it like that reflection. Can you guys see that on this side? This is the finished side. Can you guys see that reflection that's happening there? This happens on all hair textures, okay? So let's talk about how you can do it as an add-on service. Whatever you're doing, if it's a haircut, if it's a color service, you can add this on quickly. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to complete whatever that service is, and you're going to use our KC primer. It comes in the box already. Remember, Paul said this is a business in a box. So everything that you need to do this treatment is already in the box. So you're going to do our KC primer. After you do our KC primer, you're going to do a really good towel dry. So this is going on to the hair when it's damp, right? We're making sure that it's not falling down, dripping, soaking wet. And we're going to do a subsection of 1 inch. So I'm going to show you what 1 inch really looks like, right? Because sometimes we kind of do bigger than that, but it can go anywhere between the 1 inch subsection there. And we're going to apply super simple. And when I'm applying, I'm going to make sure that when I apply this, I'm going to apply this just 1/4 inch from the scalp, come all the way down to the ends, comb through, and we're done with that section. So that's how it is a quick add-on service. Okay, you guys, we're not taking a long time applying. We are applying, following through with that comb just like that, and making sure that we get that part saturated. So here's how I like to use it in the salon. When I have some of my, I do a lot of extensions. I do a lot of textured hair that likes to wear their hair smoother. I do a lot of different scenarios behind the chair. A lot of my clients have different hair textures, and I add this to them. I always say that this is going to allow me to give them their desired results because it is just building that structural strength. And our hair is made up of 95% of keratin and amino acids. So when we're adding this to their hair, all we're doing is ensuring that we build that structural strength, and that's in turn going to make it easier to do whatever services that you're doing behind the chair. So let's talk about what that looks like for me behind the chair, right? Like I said, add on to any service whatsoever. So think about your color clients. Your client comes in and they have, they do highlights, balayage, whatever it is. You add this to their service. Not only is the hair going to be beautiful, but you locked in that toner that you use for the blonde, right? Isn't that going to just, one, make your color look better, and two, have your client happy that their hair is looking absolutely amazing? And guess what? You just made more money doing so. Now, I also want to talk about some of you guys who may be barbers. Maybe you do a lot of barbering. You can still add this into your business. Let me tell you why. After a haircut, you can add EBO into your business and just help with that shine. It's going to help them with their styling as well. All because you've given them our signature keratin. They're going to have shiny hair. Paul mentioned earlier about bangs. So you guys see my bangs. You guys see I'm rocking the bangs, right? So I needed a keratin treatment, but I did not have time to do a full head. What I did was I did EBO on just my bangs to, one, give my hair shine. In California, we have weird weather going on, and I know because of the weather, my hair will lose. I'm going to be using the flat iron a lot. It's going to be dull and not as shiny. So I did express blowout just on my bangs. What does that mean for you? If you have a client who has, let's say, curtain bangs, right? And they need a little bit of a spot treatment, guess what you can do? You can do express blowout just on the bangs, right? If you have a client who is maybe considering a keratin treatment, where they're not 100% sure if it would work for them, you can introduce your clients to keratin treatments by using express blowout. So this is like my go-to treatment behind the chair regularly. For those of you guys who are doing silk presses, I like to use express blowout to really keep the longevity of that silk press and to actually make it look silky. Those things right there, coupled all together, allows me to make more revenue, give my clients beautiful hair every day. And you guys see, as I was talking to you, I just finished one section. Okay, that's how fast it is. I just keep parting my sections, applied it from the 1/4 inch away from the scalp all the way to the ends, applied it. Now, after you've applied, guess what you get to do? You get to blow dry. All right. So with our blow dryer here, this is a Keratin Complex Hydro Dryer. Why is this my favorite? Is because not only do I like how it feels in my hand, but it really dries the hair very fast because of the ionic technology that happens in this blow dryer. So Paul already gave one away. So whoever that person is, I missed the name. I seen it earlier, but I missed the name. Let me tell you why you're lucky. is this is going to break up those water molecules, make them smaller, and that is what's going to allow the hair to dry faster. Okay, so we have a positive and a negative ion here. When I turn on this blow dryer, I'm done with this section. I'm going to blow dry the hair. When I blow dry the hair, I'm going to make sure that it is on the negative ion to help go ahead and close that cuticle down. With that happening, we are sealing that keratin treatment in there, and then we'll activate it with our flat iron step. So with that being said, I don't know, should I maybe figure out another giveaway to give someone? Is it about that time?
It is up to you. If you'd like, we can watch you blow dry first and then come back to that. So that'll give them a moment to sort of review what all you've told them. And don't forget, if you have any, that was incredibly clear, but if you have any questions, if you lost connection for a moment or anything, if you have any questions, you can ask them for DeAndra now, and we will actually relay them over to her while she's blow drying. So.
Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and blow dry. Let me talk about how you blow dry to ensure you're doing it the right way. And I will go on mute so you guys don't have to hear that. But when I go in and I'm blow drying with this dryer, with my Keratin Complex Hydro Dryer, I'm going to make sure I'm going down the cuticle, okay? We're making sure we're always pointing down to the ends of the hair. The reason why we do that is we want to make sure that we're not roughing up that cuticle. Everything we do is smoothing the cuticle down. So it doesn't matter the hair texture, guys. The very first thing you're going to do is you're going to part the hair into your 6 sections after applying, and then you're going to go in and blow dry starting with the nape. Now, for the sake of this demonstration, I am working in the front, but normally I would work in the back quadrant and the hair would be parted into 6 sections. When I'm blow drying, remember, just going down, do a rough blow dry, no beautiful round brush. We don't need that right now because we have to follow up with that flat iron. The next thing is just making sure you point down, getting that hair about 80% dry, and then you can follow up with your vent brush. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now.
And I'm going to do some play-by-play for DeAndra. So DeAndra, looking intense, looking at the blow dryer. Is she going to blow dry? Yes, she is. No, so guys, this is how easy. So think about when you're adding services, you know, EBO to a service. We say 15 minutes add-on is really about the time that it should take to actually apply the treatment, because a lot of our services that we do in the salon is already involves a blow dry, already involves a, you know, polish with an iron or a you know, curling iron. And a lot of services already, you know, have that, you know, prep where you're actually shampooing and stuff. So think, you know, DeAndra started this by talking about adding it to a color service. So, you know, this is how that would look just in a normal setting, right? By that 15-minute add-on is really about just the time it takes for the application, which you just saw. But when you do color and you bring them back and it's already processed, you're back at the bowl and you're going to wash their hair to remove that color, right? With a color safe shampoo. Then you're going to use KC primer as a prep for the hair, for the keratin. So as an add-on with color service, you're going to shampoo once with our KC primer. That's something that is already built in with a color service, right? You've got to remove the color. So the minute you're done, you're going to towel dry them and you're going to apply the treatment. This is where that 15-minute add-on is really, you know, kind of focused on, is really that application. The faster you go, this is considered express blowout. So that fast application is really at the forefront of this treatment, because by the time you're done applying and you've gone through the whole head and put express blowout on everywhere, what you're doing now is there is no saturation, no processing time. You're going right into the blow dry. And that blow dry is actually part of a lot of those other services. So that's why we think and we believe and we know that express blowout is a perfect add-on service, because it doesn't really affect what you're, you know, the overall service that you're already doing, just by adding that little bit of that 15-minute application and then maybe a little bit extra time with the flat ironing or that smoothing at the end. But a lot of times we're already doing that with all of our services with a polish or a style anyways. And so with express blowout, that's a perfect. So we just saw DeAndra go through. Look how fast and easy that blow dry was, right? DeAndra, tell us now what to do.
So the blow dry was very quick. even though I only did one section, I promise you guys, it doesn't matter if the hair is kinky, coily, wavy, straight. The blow dry is always going to be pretty quick. Just make sure you do that technique of going towards the ends. Now, already the hair is starting to have a nice, beautiful shine, but the next step is to do our flat ironing step. So what also makes this express is our flat iron subsections can be 1 to 2 inches. Now, that is going to depend on the density of the client's hair. If they have high density, I like to stick to 1 inch. If they have a lower density, then I can go ahead and do 2 inches. Now, she's medium, so I'm going to, go ahead and stick to about an inch. Your temperature for your flat iron range is 380 to 400. That is the range that we are going to stick to, and our passes are 2 to 4 passes, okay? So what that looks like is I like to pull the hair at 90 degrees to get to the root. So when you're a little bit low like this, you tend to not be able to get to the root, but get to that 90, pull the hair at 90. I go in there, and then my flat iron follows my comb all the way, just like that. And then I do a little tuck there. That's pass number 1. And I'm going to go in and do another one. Okay, that's number 2. I'm going to do 4 just so you guys can see how fast it is. I also want you guys to notice something. When I'm getting in there to flat iron, I am moving at a steady pace. I'm not going super fast, but I'm not going very slow either. I want to make sure that I have a steady pace and finish all the way to the ends, just like that. I've got to finish the ends. What I don't want to see, I know this is a 5th pass, but I just want to show you guys. What I don't want to see is this, go down and let go. Right? We got to finish it all the way through until you run out of hair. And then that is when you'll see that shine really coming through. You guys see that? How movable the hair is. It feels so nice, smooth, silky. And you guys know, for those of you guys who have mannequins, have worked on mannequins hair doesn't always feel great. So to get that beautiful shine already just on this mannequin, imagine what it can do for your clients. And it's not taking you a very long time to do. So I'll go through and show you guys one more time. Remember, flat iron range is going to be 380 to 400, sticking to 1 to 2 inch subsections, following all the way to the root, to the ends, just like that.
So DeAndra, we have a question, and you had mentioned this once, but let's say it again. Star is wondering, how often do you have to apply?
How often does your client have to come in to do the trip? Is that what? Okay. So 6 weeks. It lasts up to 6 weeks. Okay. So me personally, I have clients on a rotation, right? You guys are the expert. You know what your clients need. You know what they have going on in their lifestyle, how they care for their hair. So that's why I always use the terminology up to 6 weeks, right? Because you want to make sure that you're telling them that, yes, up to 6 weeks could work. But if they're out there, depending on where we're at, we're in California, salt water, any of those things, could shorten the life of it. So I like to say up to 6 weeks. And you guys are getting everything that you need to make sure that they know how to take care of their hair. Now that I've blow dried and I've finished a few sections, I am going to ask you guys a question to see who's going to win. Is everyone ready for the question? Let me pick a good one.
Oh, this is exciting. So as a reminder,
a lot of pressure, DeAndra. A lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
And as a reminder for this, if the winners do need to be continental US just for these giveaways. So we're so happy to have everyone here. But for giveaways for shipping, continental US.
All right. I don't know. This is like, I want it to be hard. So it's like, so I get the pause. But okay. What is the flat ironing range for this treatment?
That's a good question. Oh.
Whoa. Marjorie jumped right in there.
I know.
Amazing.
Yeah, she went right in.
All right. So,
DeAndra made it easy on you because she just literally said what the temperature range was like 1 minute ago. So good job, guys.
I was going to do a trick question. I was going to do a trick question, but I decided against it.
So here is a question for you, DeAndra, because you are our stylist educator extraordinaire. So say that you have now learned how to, or me, we'll say me, I have now learned how to use the Keratin Complex EBO system. I have just added it onto my Booksy Biz page. It is there as a service. It is there as an add-on. How do I talk to my clients who have not necessarily heard of this before? What type of phrasing will communicate this well to clients?
So I always say that education is key. And I like to talk to them based on what they've expressed are their pain points. So when I'm behind the chair, if I have a client, let's say that is natural, and sometimes they wear their hair straight, sometimes they wear it curly, but they find whenever they wear it straight, it frizzes up the minute they even think of moisture, or it doesn't, you know, it takes them longer to style. I'll start telling them how, with a keratin treatment, how that problem will be eliminated. For example, if you are getting this keratin treatment because of what the keratin is doing to your hair, it helps the hair stay smoother. And then when you are ready to wear your hair curly, you'll still have that beautiful hydrated curl. So I always talk about whatever they need and how the treatment is going to help. For some of my other clients who get color, right? They'll say, you know what, I love my color, but I just really want, you know, it's right now, I can't tell you how many copper heads I've done. I can't tell you how many, you know, fall tones. Well, I'm like, hey, we're going to get some longevity out of that hair color. Let me add on Express Blow Out to your color service, and it's going to give your color the longevity. It's going to give it that shine, that beautiful reflection. So when I start using terminology that they are already wanting to fix, that is how I get them to do the treatment. And it's not, you know, being salesy. It's telling them the facts about the treatment. And that's the thing. Like, I think as hairstylists, we sometimes worry about, oh, I don't want to sell this to my client. I don't want to. No, you're giving them a solution to their problems. And why wouldn't they pay for that add-on? Why wouldn't they do it as a standalone service if their color is going to last longer, or if they're going to be able to keep a style longer? And to be honest, some of my feedback from my clients after getting Express Blow Out is that they're able to style their hair and manage it better. So why not give them the gift of that and make more money doing it?
I'm going to jump in, DeAndra, because I saw a question earlier that I think we really need to talk about, is really about, what does this do to your natural hair, right? And that's really the question that comes down when it comes to smoothing treatments, keratin treatments in our industry. Here at Keratin Complex, we believe in strengthening the bonds of the hair, that keratin bond in the hair. So we are not breaking bonds with these treatments. What we are doing is making the hair stronger and healthier by replenishing that keratin that maybe is lost on a regular basis, you know, through mechanical or environmental, you know, kind of stressors in our life, or by the services that we get in the, or give in the salon, right? So, you know, chemical services are meant to break bonds. You know, we're thinking about perms or relaxers and things like that, right? Or even color, you know, when we're talking about lightening hair and things like that. We can use Keratin Complex smoothing treatments to actually repair damage in the hair by building up that keratin back into the hair to give stronger, healthier hair. So that question earlier, maybe that's 6 weeks, you know, the effect of that, you know, that effect of the Express Blow Out in the hair up to 6 weeks is really about replenishing that keratin for a long period of time to be able to get stronger, healthier hair, but not breaking the bonds of the hair. So that hair is able to go back into its shape or back into its natural shape fairly easy, right? Without doing major damage. Now, when, you know, DeAndra is talking about iron temperatures and things like that, we know that mechanical effects on the hair, especially with irons, can actually do a lot of damage. So when you're choosing the temperature that's correct for these treatments, with Express Blow Out, it's very easy. We don't give you a lot to play with, right? 380 to 400 degrees, 2 to 4 passes. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose the temperature that's correct for your client's hair to give them that maximum smoothing result, depending on if their hair can handle 380, $390, $400, and then using the passes. If you just want frizz control and save some of their texture, you're going to do lower passes. Higher passes, or more passes, is going to maybe reduce texture a little bit to give them more manageability. So you guys have the customization with Express Blowout to give exactly what your clients are looking for every time you do the treatment, in a very fast, very easy, and very quick and beneficial treatment to give every single one of your clients. So there it is. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. But you see the movement in that, DeAndra? Talk about the movement of that, right? This is not like, the smoothing treatments that these guys have pictured in their mind, right?
No, I want to talk about that because that's one of the things that my clients love, is that their hair is movable. It actually moves in the wind. It actually feels like hair. And that has been a selling point for me behind the chair. Is just, usually I'll finish a section, and when it's cool, I'm like, just feel this part of your hair right there. And they're like, oh my gosh, is that my hair? Yes, that is your hair. And the reason why I like to do that is so that they can feel what it's like when they get a keratin treatment. Once they get EBO, they'll feel that their hair is hair. It's still movable. It still can go in ponytails. It can still be curled. It can still do whatever it is that they like to do. So for those of you guys who are asking, like, hey, what will my client's hair look like when they're done? Oh, my client normally has like very curly hair. Is it still going to be very curly? I think Paul summed that up, is you are able to customize it, right? My sister gets these treatments and she absolutely loves them. And she goes back and forth from wearing her hair smooth and silky to 2-strand twists to, doing whatever it is she wants. So it's customizable. So you are the expert. You do what your clients are asking you to do. And no matter what you choose, their hair is still going to be movable like this. And obviously, I have a different texture from my mannequin. My hair is still movable. Do you guys see that? It's still movable. And I just did what I like to call in my salon a spot treatment, which is I only did the part that I was really going to have out. So for those of you guys who are considering this, or you have a client who may need this for maybe just a spot in their hair, you can do that as well, which is why I like Express Blowout, because if you can think outside the box, you can use this box to achieve the goals that you want with your client. And that's what makes it a business in a box. And that's why each and every one of you guys should be on here figuring out a way to incorporate this into your business, because it is 100% worth it.
So Julia, how do they add this to their Booksy app? Because this is really what it comes down to, right? We just learned how to do the treatment real quickly. What we're going to do is Julia's going to talk about how to add this to Booksy. And then I'm going to come back and talk about a little bit of aftercare. Me and DeAndra will just talk about 5 minutes about what other stuff, especially this bundle, comes with, and then we've got another giveaway with Julia. So stick around. Take it away, Julia.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Paul, and thank you, DeAndra. That was amazing. Oh my goodness, everyone! I could tell from the comments coming in, everyone was just riveted on that. That was great. So we had several questions from folks about what the recommendation is for what you can charge. I saw that from a few people, most recently Stacy. And then, so I just want to give a shout out, because if you are attending this webinar live, I said it earlier, but I'm going to say it one more time. As soon as this webinar is done, you will receive an email with not only the link to where you can purchase this exact EBO system through the Keratin Complex partnership with Booksy, but also a special discount code that you can use to do that. And then every member of our Booksy community, all of our Booksy Biz app users, also get a special discount as well, thanks to this partnership, by virtue of the fact that they are Booksy users. Now, if you hear that and you're not a Booksy user and you're like, well, I want that too, no worries, because in that email as well, there will be a link where you can join our Booksy community. And through our partnership with Keratin, when you're ready to upgrade from your free trial to a full-on Booksy Biz account, you just put in promo code Keratin as you are setting up your Booksy account, and you will get 50% off of your first month of Booksy. So, oh, and I see the heart reactions coming in. I love it. Now I am going to share my screen, because to make this to make this easiest, since I think so many of us are visual learners, I'm actually going to show you a video. This video is a screen recording of the Booksy Biz mobile app, which is how we know most of our users are using Booksy. If you're using Booksy on a tablet, if you are adding services on a desktop, it will look very similar, but I'm going to show you specifically the mobile app interface. You'll be able to reference this after the fact, and there will also be a link for this exact video, which is also located on YouTube, that you can watch on the Booksy YouTube page. So don't worry, we have you covered wherever you're looking for the information. So let's take a look.
Today, we're going to show you how to add the Keratin Complex EBO to your Booksy service menu. Go ahead and open your Booksy app, then click on your profile in the bottom right. Tap Settings, then click on Services Setup. Let's start with Services and Combo Services and click Add New Service. Now we'll enter in all the details like the name, the category, the duration of the service. As a standalone, the EBO takes about an hour. And the price you want to charge for it, typically this is $150. Hit Save to add it. Now let's go back to the Services Setup and tap Add-ons. Then Add, enter the name, the duration. As an add-on, EBO takes about 15 minutes. The price. Now click Valid for Services to pick which services in your main menu you want to be able to tag the EBO add-on to. Hit Add, and there you go. You've added the EBO as a standalone service and an add-on. Go ahead and go back to your profile and click Preview to see what your clients will see in your service menu.
Voila. So that is exactly how you would add the Keratin Complex EBO Express Blow Out to your Booksy app. And what we showed there at the very end, what the clients see that whether they are searching for you on the Booksy website, which is booksy.com, or there is actually a dedicated, one of the best things about Booksy is that we have a dedicated app for customers. So anyone who is using Booksy for any reason, whether they've already started using it with a hairstylist, whether they're using it with their nail tech, but now they're looking for this service, they have a marketplace that they can access in the Booksy for Customers app. So the one thing that I want to draw your attention to is in that example, you saw EBO service, but you can also play around with putting in, say, the title, EBO smoothing service, and then adding a description as well. And I do highly encourage that, because in that description, you could say Express Blowout. You could say Keratin Complex if you didn't put that in the title. You could say Frizz Free. And any of those things that you add in the description will help people find you, because we're very committed that the services that you offer make it easy for your clients and for new customers to find you. So we highly encourage you to do that. And then once you have clients start booking this service, you know, you've taken DeAndra's advice and you've explained, you've listened to what their concerns are, whether it's about their curl pattern, whether it's about getting longevity and health when they have vibrant color. When you've listened to their concerns and you've addressed them and you've got them trying this product, make sure that you encourage them explicitly to leave a review about the treatment as well, because then all of that feedback will result in future customers seeing not just that you have the service, but also the wonderful experience that your clients have had with it. We highly encourage that. Great question. McDonald Kennedy says, for our clients, should we call it EBO or Express Blowout? What do clients call the service? So Paul, I'm going to hand that to you.
Yeah, let me blow your mind on this, because you can do a lot of things. I just learned a lot about Booksy just watching that video. And you can literally do an add-on for every single service you do. Yes. So think about this. Click on add-on and just put color locking treatment and attach it to your color. And not even calling it Express Blowout, but call it a color locking treatment. Then when your client comes in, they'll ask, what is this color locking treatment? You can say it's an Express Blowout that completely protects your color, and there you go. You have a new service just for color. Now think about your haircuts. Everybody has those bobs that maybe do a little flip, or maybe have that, and they want that real polished look. add a style treatment to your haircuts by using Express Blow Out as not a service, but as a tool to create services. So up to you as a professional to use Express Blow Out to create so many different, add-on services, extension refresh, right?
Absolutely.
Bang treatment, right? Just think the sky's the limit when you think about Express Blow Out. Like I call it, the Swiss Army knife is smooth. It really is, because you can think of everything that you do in the salon. You can actually add a service to it by utilizing Express Blow Out as the tool to give you exactly what you need for those clients. And it broadens your scope of your services.
Absolutely.
By using just one product, 100 different ways in your business to be able to add on to every single ticket. That's why I think Express Blow Out is one of those tools in the salon that can legitimately change the way you do business and change the way you look at your business on how to make money on a regular basis. And that's
Absolutely.
really what I'm excited about Express Blow Out, just talking about it. And I'm excited for each of you to grab hold of it and start putting it on your Booksy platform, to be able to start getting those appointments right away and to be able to show your clients the power of Express Blow Out every time you pull it out and use it on them. So I love that question. That was a great question. I get passionate about this stuff. I want to jump on it. Let's go, right?
And to answer that question, I do extensions. So yes, it is safe on the extensions. What you would do is you would do all the same steps, but you do want to stay away about an inch from how the extension is attached. So in my salon, I do it two different ways. Either I do EBO when the extensions are in their hair, in their head, right? Or I can do it separate. And if I do it separate, I charge for the extensions as a standalone service, but then I can also charge them again for when it's on their head. So you have two ways to do it. However you choose to do it, just always stay about an inch away from however the extensions are created. So tape, I-tip, doesn't matter. As long as it's 100% human, you can do it. And what Paul said is so key. Tailor this treatment to what you do behind the chair. So the name for me, it was called Extension Revive. Like I would call it Revive Your Extensions, right? So name it what you need to name it to make it make sense for your business.
And then if you want to have that exact title in there, that's a perfect use of the description, because then you can give it the exact name that tells them what they're looking for. Because obviously you can absolutely be telling them about this when they are in the chair with you. But our goal here, especially with Booksy, having add-ons as an option, and especially if you categorize it for each of the services that you have, is ideally then if you're booked back to back to back all day and the person's like, oh, what's that add-on? And you're like, well, if you have enough time to do it for them, then great. But if you've given it a name that is very clear and distinct for the service that you are attaching it to, that's phenomenal. And then you can put Keratin Complex EBO smoothing system in the description, and they'll still have exactly that. Or you can write it exactly how you want. Express Blow Out, all 3 words. But you can put that in the description so that when they're just looking, they see the thing that relates to the service itself. And hopefully, whenever possible, you can have them be doing that add-on right when they book. And then when you're reminding them about rebooking for the next time, it's right there and it's very easy. And if you're not, if anyone in here is not reminding your clients and customers to pre-book with you when they're in your chair right now for the next time, do yourself this great favor and remind them. It's better for you and it's better for them, especially if you've got these color clients who start going crazy when their roots show and they can't get in right away. So it's incredibly important. I think it looks like, I believe we're all caught up on questions at the moment. So what do you think? Are we at about time for a third and final giveaway?
Yeah, give it away, and then we're gonna wrap it up by teaching how to take care of this hair that you just did, right? And then we'll say goodbye after that, or maybe we'll just go for another hour. I could go for another hour, right?
And if everyone thinks that this is amazing and you want more Booksy and Keratin Complex partnered education, let us know that in the chat as well, and we will get working on that for you. But okay, let's see. I've been thinking about this because we had questions about it all throughout. So I think it's safe to say y'all are paying very good attention. So the first person in the chat who can give me the correct answer for the continental United States is going to be the winner, again, of an absolutely phenomenal recommended blow dryer and a Booksy cape. And tell us the exact name of that blow dryer for them again so they can be all excited.
The Hydra Dry blow dryer right here. Woo.
Which you have seen in action now and you know how good it is. Okay, so you just saw in that video how to add the Keratin Complex EBO smoothing system to Booksy as either a full service or as an add-on, which would be about 15 minutes. And obviously you can set the price as however you want, but what did we recommend as the price for adding the Keratin Complex EBO smoothing system as an add-on service? What did we say that you could get in 15 minutes? Ah, look at that. Look at all those answers flying in. So Marjorie, you were our winner last time around. So this time, Dana Fellows was $75. Brilliant. That is exactly correct. And bonus shout out to Star, $150 is what we happen to recommend if you list the service as a full service versus an add-on. But $150 is also absolutely great. So Dana, I have got your name. So that means that Christine Romero, Marjorie Bebick, and Dana Fellows, you are our 3 giveaway winners for today's webinar. But massive kudos to everyone. You all were paying amazing attention.
Star's like, no. You can still check out everything we have, Star. Don't get discouraged. We've got all the tools to make it just perfect for you, for your business, and to give you everything you need to be successful with Express Blow Out. That's for sure.
Yes. And you are still here. So you are still a winner who is going to get that extra special code for $30 off of the Booksy EBO product bundle with Keratin Complex. And everyone here will get that email once this webinar is done. So with that said, Paul, I'm going to spotlight you again. And
okay. So yeah, we're going to talk about what do we do now, right? We've put Express Blow Out in our, Booksy app. We've got clients coming in. We've done the service perfectly, like DeAndra just did, and really kind of already maximizing. But what now, right? We just did Express Blow Out. Like what do we do now, right? It's all about maintaining and supporting that treatment at home. So think about this. Earlier, I talked about adding this, that revenue boost in our industry. It's all about service-based, right? That's the easiest way to, start moving up in the revenue is by adding those services on a regular basis. But let's not forget about the support and maintenance of these treatments that we do on a regular basis. And the minute you have a client in your chair and you start giving them Express Blow Out smoothing treatments, you need to send them home with something that is going to help support and maintain what they do. So in our business in a box, we have retail built in to be able to give those clients the recommended support at home with our Keratin Obsessed, which is our multi-benefit treatment spray, right? It's one of our favorite products here because it really gives Keratin Complex, that life in a bottle, really to maintain and support all of our treatments and really kind of give that feel to the hair like they just had a smoothing treatment. So it's something that they can spray in their hair damp, in their hair dry, to be able to restyle or refresh their style and be able to have Keratin Complex at home in their, in their bathroom or wherever they do their hair, in the kitchen, I don't know, in the backyard, in the garage, in the back, wherever they do their hair, they're going to have the supported products to be able to give them. But not only that, but in our Booksy bundle, we also give you back bar of our shampoo, our color care shampoo and conditioner, which is, beneficial because and this is a little, kind of secret out there, but it's kind of well known and we want everybody to know. So it's not really a secret. It's for you right now. Every single product that Keratin Complex has our signature keratin. So all the products work synergistically with each other to help support and maintain each other. So shampoo and conditioner, right? Back bar that you could start using this and getting that feel of keratin right away in your clients behind the chair. And then we also give you a texturizing spray and a shine spray as styling tools that has that signature keratin. So it's keratin enhanced styling tools to be able to give those styles to those clients that are getting the Express Blowout. So this bundle is amazing. And not only that, but you also get the material you need to be able to do these treatments correctly every time. We have our smoothing training manual, we have our product guide, and we also have business building things where we have window clings and mirror clings to be able to, or however you guys want to use these, you know, you can put it right on your chest as you walk around, whatever you want to do. But that really is going to have Keratin Complex right up on the eyes of your clients to be able to, you know, get the conversation started to where you guys can build your business with Express Blowout right away. So we're excited for this partnership. We're excited for Booksy and Keratin Complex to really kind of take your business to the next level, be able to give you the tools and the treatments to be able to add those services every day and start making money right now. So let's do it, right? Julia, let them know how they can get this bundle right now, and then we'll close it out because I'm excited for them to get their hands on this right now today.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to pull it up and read for you exactly what you're going to see. For everyone who has attended this webinar today, you are going to receive an email, and it's going to say, thanks for showing up. And inside of that email, it is going to remind you that all attendees of today's webinar are eligible for a special offer. And that special offer is $30 off of the Booksy EBO product bundle. There will be, I see your question, Stacey, we'll get to it. There will be a link in the email where you can go directly to the EBO product bundle on the Keratin Complex website, and your discount code is right there. I'm not saying it out loud because it is only for the people who are attending this webinar live. Now, if you are watching this webinar after the fact, if you are on our YouTube page watching the webinar after it's already closed, you know, don't worry, because there is going to be a link in the description of the webinar that will take you to a website, to the landing page for the Booksy and Keratin Complex partnership. So you can find out about how you can get a deal there, because every member of the Booksy community is getting a special deal as part of our partnership with Keratin Complex. And if you are not yet a member of the Booksy community, if you start a free trial the next Monday after you start your trial on the Booksy Biz app, you too will receive an email with a special link. And then if you like the Booksy Biz app, which you will, it's kind of great. All you have to do once you're ready to upgrade to be a full-time Booksy Biz user is enter code Keratin, nice and simple, when you sign up for your full membership with Booksy, and you will get 50% off of your first month with Booksy. So again, everyone who is here right now, once this webinar ends, check your email, the email that you registered for this webinar with, and you will see that link right there. You will also see how to join the Booksy community. If you haven't yet, you will also see a link to that video tutorial that I showed you for how to add the Keratin Complex EBO system to your Booksy Biz account. So you'll have it right there. Don't panic. We're going to give you all the support that you need. Now, I see a great question from Stacy. One more question. How many treatments a year? Can you do too many? Oh my gosh, Paul, can you do too many?
No.
Paul, you're on mute.
Paul, you're muted. But you
know.
But
I'm so excited. I'm talking and no voice is coming over right now. So how many treatments can you do? Sky's the limit. Think about this, right? You know, our keratin smoothing treatments do not break bonds in the hair. It makes the hair stronger and healthier. They all have cumulative effects where every time you do the treatment, you're going to get better and better results. What we do here at Keratin Complex is really care about the integrity of the hair. So what you're going to do when you do the treatment is you're going to do just what the client needs to get them to the next step, right? And so what we talk about with our smoothing treatments is using that signature keratin to enhance the natural beauty of natural hair and to be able to make it stronger and healthier every time to get that shiny, soft, silky, and strong result. And so what we say is you can use this treatment as much as needed on that client to achieve the results that they specifically need. So when we say that you can use this treatment after every single color service, think about that. How many color services does a client get in a year? That's how many times I want you doing EBO on that client to get that revenue instantly and really kind of maximize what you're doing behind the chair. So hopefully that answers your question. Do it as many times as you need on that hair and to add it to a service every time you see that client in the chair.
So to any barbers in our audience, if you've got that client that's coming in every week to get cleaned up and super fresh, don't feel like you have to go, oh gosh, how many times has it been? Okay, now let me take my abacus and, you know, nope.
Awesome. I think we're done. I think we're good.
Thank you, everyone who's joined us. Thank you to our amazing educators, DeAndra and Paul from Keratin Complex, for really showing us how we can make more money behind the chair, thanks to this amazing partnership with Keratin Complex and Booksy. It's been so wonderful.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you, guys. Good luck out there. You know, follow Keratin Complex, follow Booksy Biz, and let's get this thing rolling. Show us what you're doing with Express Blowout, and really kind of make the world smooth, one head at a time. And we'll see you guys next time. Awesome, guys.
And tag us in your work so that we can reshare it.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you again soon. This is Booksy and Keratin Complex. Have a great day.
Bye.